Namaste, viewers. Welcome to ST Money's Morning News, your weekday business news channel. It is Tuesday morning, December 17, 2024, and I'm your host, Sunil Thakker of Sunny Talks Money. Let's roll. The stock market highlights from Monday, December 16, 2024. The Sensex and the Nifty ended lower in a lackluster trading session on December 16, ahead of the US Federal Reserve's December 17-18 Federal Open Market Committee FOMC meeting. Analysts expect the Indian benchmarks to consolidate until clarity emerges from the Fed's stance on key interest rates. As the second half of December unfolds, analysts anticipate a tapering of FII volumes as well, while stock specific action continues to dominate the domestic market landscape. The Indian benchmark indices ignored fall in the wholesale price index WPI and erased some of the previous session gains to end lower on December 16. Benchmark equity indices, BSE Sensex and NSE Nifty 50 ended in the red, mirroring their Asian peers. The 30-share Sensex settled at 81,748, down 384 points or 0.47%. Similarly, the NSE Nifty 50 ended 100 points or 0.40% lower at 24,668. There is a lack of triggers which is impacting the market at the moment. Global cues are largely flattish while the FOMC policy meeting scheduled for this week is taking over the center stage. Looking ahead, Q3 FY25 earnings season in January and the union budget in February will serve as key triggers for the Indian market. For now, markets are focused on the Fed's decision on December 17 and 18. Monday ended broadly in favor of the bears as 36 out of the 50 constituent stocks of the Nifty 50 ended in the red, dragged down by Titan, TCS, Hindalco, Adani Ports, and BPCL. Conversely, Dr. Reddy's Lab, Industry Bank, Bajaj Finance, HDFC Life, and Power Grid were the 13 stocks that ended in the green. Meanwhile, ITC was the only Nifty 50 constituent stock that ended on a flat note on Monday. Notably, the broader markets outperformed the benchmarks, with the Nifty Mid-Cap 100 ending higher by 0.77%. This was followed by the Nifty Small-Cap 100 Index, which ended higher by 0.64%. Sectoral indices, on the other hand, ended on a mixed note on Monday. The Nifty IT Index snapped its 5-day winning streak, declining 0.7% as TCS, Infosys, and Tech Mahindra slipped. Brokerage firm Citi maintained a sell rating on TCS, citing tapering BSNL projects, return on investment scrutiny on smaller deals, and software demand from the UK and Europe. The brokerage also had a sell on Tech Mahindra and LTI Mindtree. The Nifty Metal Index fell nearly 1%, tracking weak global prices after November's retail sales in China came in weaker than expected. This has heightened pressure on Beijing to increase stimulus as it braces for potential trade tariffs under a second Trump administration. Hindalco, JSW Steel, and Vedanta were the major drags on the index, each falling over 1%. Meanwhile, shares of real estate companies were buzzing in trade, with the Nifty Realty Index rising 3% as investors bet on hopes of strong housing demand in 2025, driven by new launches, imminent rate cuts, and favorable demographic trends. Players like Oberoi Realty, Prestige Estates, and Macrotech developers led the gains within the sector. The India VIX, a measure of the market volatility, spiked over 10% intraday but later moderated, up 7% at 14. In the US overnight, the tech heavy Nasdaq Composite surged 1.24% or 247 points to 20,174, a new record, even as the Dow Jones Industrial Average fell for the eighth straight session, its longest streak of declines since 2018. The Dow edged down 0.25% or 110 points on Monday to 43,717 and has dropped 2.9% over its losing streak. Meanwhile, the S&P 500 rose 0.38% or 23 points to 6,074 after falling last week. Brent crude is $74.49 a barrel. Gold is rupees 77,250 per 10 grams. Silver is rupees 90,950 per kilogram. Now, for today's outlook for the Indian market. On the daily charts, it can be observed that after the sharp up move in the previous session, the Nifty consolidated within a narrow range. I believe that this is a brief pause in the overall uptrend. On the upside, the short-term target is placed at 25,125, while crucial support is placed at 24,550 to 24,500. Dips towards the support zone should be considered as a buying opportunity. Stocks on radar today: HDFC Bank, Indus Towers, Gravita India, Texmaco Rail, Nitco, Jungle Camps, Toss the Coin, Rail Vikas Nigam, Varun Beverages, Vedanta, Abbott India, Hindustan Construction Company, Gabriel Pet Straps, Everest Industries, Railtel Corporation of India, Wipro, High Tech Corporation, SRF, and GMR Airports Infrastructure will be in focus on December 17. That's today. That's it from me for today, dear friends. I will see you again tomorrow morning. In the meantime, please do subscribe, share, and like this video. Thank you. Happy investing, stay inspired, and remember, it is all about money.